welcome to the Daily Grind number 19. Oh my God, we are just moving on along, ain't we? Hey, I really appreciate you guys coming and checking these videos out every single day here on my YouTube channel. If you are not enjoying them here on the YouTube, remember that we do film them live right here on Instagram. So if you're ever wondering like, why am I doing this and all that all the time, that's where I'm at. So if you want to interact with the show on a live basis and drop your comments and be heard, we'd love to have you. But in the meantime, I definitely appreciate you catching the recaps here on YouTube. And we're going to keep bringing them to you every single day, baby. Today was Q&A Monday, number 3. I hope you enjoy it. Peace. Welcome to the Daily Grind number 19. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Love you. Yo, what's good? I hope you guys have an amazing day. Monday. Everybody should have had a holiday today, I think, right? Like I went to the park today with my kid, and then we got to the park and it was just fucking packed, man. There was like people everywhere, and I was like, oh, that's right. Everybody gets the day off. That's right. So either way, it was kind of cool. We spent the day out at the park, and we just did some, chilling, family time, if you will. And did you have a good time? Yeah? Okay, that's sweet. Bro, he said he had a good time. He's right here off camera. So, so first question comes from young Mike Rose. And young Mike Rose said, how you feeling? Well, yo, I'm gonna tell you, I'm feeling amazing. Honestly, I feel amazing. Usually am. But in particularly, I'm particularly feeling amazing today and really this week, man. The RTP challenge is real, guys. I mean, the RTP challenge is real. I didn't even really understand how real it was when I started it. When I was like if you remember when I kicked off with the RTP challenge, the whole idea was to help myself. And to answer, I'm gonna answer somebody else's question with this as well. But I was in a funk. I was in a funk. I had just kind of gone through something that was like kind of emotionally hard for me to deal with. 1 second, guys. Sometimes I don't like to have to yell. So, it's kind of hard, emotionally traumatic, and I felt like, kind of a depressive state coming on. I felt some depression starting to sink in on me, some sadness and some worry and some stress and frustration. And so I was like, man, how can I get, back on track? How can I get a lot of these negative vibrations that are trying to attach to me right now? How can I get those back on track? How can I get back to feeling good? And so that's when I came up with the RTP challenge. I was like, all right, man, like my friends are helping me out a lot, so I'm just gonna start reaching out to people, sharing my energy with others, shout outs, stuff like that, and just interacting with others. And then, set intention. I was like, one of the things you do a lot of times when you break up or when you do something, you want to distract yourself is put yourself into some work. It's so many times people feel so many feelings because they just sit around and like let themselves be in that depressive mode or feel that certain way. And so I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, let's focus on work. And then, so I did that, that set that intention of daily grind every single day. Let me just get back into this. And then the gratitude. Those things have really got me feeling fucking amazing. Like amazing. Every single day I just keeps getting better and better, man. And like I said, sometimes it's like I'm even starting to notice miracles coming my way, but even before then, the feelings that I was having inside were just amazing. And so there's another person who asked another question, and so I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback. You're feeling fucking amazing too, Valerie? I love that. I love that idea. I love that. And Mikey, thank you for coming back. You're one of my best friends. I really appreciate that. And so, just to go ahead and roll right into the next question, because it really kind of falls right back to the same one. What do you do when you're feeling sad? There's a lot of different things I do when I'm feeling sad. One thing that I've kind of gotten to at the place that I'm at now is acceptance. Sometimes you're just sad. Sometimes you're just going through sad things. And it's really tough. I know, it hurts. Like, sometimes you can feel physical pain from your sadness or from your, it just does not feel good. But, life just doesn't always feel good. And so I've really just came to grips with that. I guess that's just the stoic in me. Stoicism, if you ever want to look that up. But stoicism is this idea that, feelings come and go. You don't have to always be trying to run or hide from things. Sometimes you can just embrace that. So sometimes I just let it be, understanding that this will pass. You're not gonna feel sad forever. You're just in this certain state or in this moment for this moment. Appreciate it for what it is, learn from get whatever you need to get out of that little sad moment that you're having. But like you said, the key is I do something. I do something to get myself out of it, right? Like, nothing worse than feeling the sadness and then succumbing to the sadness and then just letting that become who you are, what you're about, and just adopting that. So when I feel it, I immediately start trying to do something. Go look for things that make you feel good. Go look for friends that make you happy. Go look for shows. And now, actually, we're right on your question, Maddie. I'm so glad you came in right on time. I'm so sorry I couldn't give you guys more of a heads up. I was just afraid that all my questions would disappear if I didn't get at it right now. So, yeah, but you gotta have something to keep your mind busy, Mikey. Exactly, man. You're not always gonna feel amazing. Things aren't always gonna work the way. Hey, I like the way this show goes these days. So yeah, you're not always gonna feel it. So I really like throw myself into something. There's just nothing worse, guys. Sadness is one thing. Depression is a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? And that's what I think it is when people get a sad feeling and then they just sit there in that sad feeling and they perpetuate it and make it bigger and dwell on it and just, you know, it's never gonna get better, it's never gonna get better, I'm so sad, I'm so sad, I'm so sad, I'm so, you know, and it just makes it so much bigger than it has to be. Embrace it, understand that sometimes you're sad, let it fucking go, and then, you know, goodness will come back again. It has to. You cannot feel sad forever. And let me tell you something. It's actually funny. Your brain does this thing called a crazy 8. Well, that's what they call it when you're in a very negative vibration. But the idea is a crazy 8 is like an infinity sign, right? And so we will all, just like we talk about flow and yin and yang, we will all experience contrast in one way or another. So if you were here the other day or been around for a little while, we were talking about vibrational scale, right? And I've moved way high on the vibrational scale. So on a really, really good day, I'm feeling peace and enlightenment, or more like joy. But on a bad day, I'm feeling like content. You know, that's about as low as I get is contentment. But this, like I said, I'm not on a 10 every moment of every single day. But even on my low, it still seems like I'm pretty high. Like a lot of people be like, man, Rod never seems to be getting down. Like I'm down. I'm just not like down because I just don't vibrate that low anymore. So sometimes you see me and I'll be like, what's up, man? You know, and I'm just like chilling, like I'm really not too excited or anything about it. I'm just here. You know, sometimes you're just here. But the idea is that you have a high and you have a low, and we all do. And the more you work on your vibrations, you can increase both. You can go higher, and your low becomes higher as well. But you will always go from one feeling to another feeling because your brain has to. It needs that variety. You have to experience different things, and so you will. Some people will feel extreme sadness, and then the highest they can get out of sadness is anger. Like they get so mad at themselves or mad at the world that they're so sad, and so they feel more empowered by that. They're like, I'm angry now! God damn it, man, you fucking suck! Why'd you make me sad? You son of a bitch! And then, you know, of course, you're probably gonna do more destruction in that mode, so then you get sad again, you know? But the point is, even though anger isn't that much higher of a vibration and doesn't really feel good, but trust me, your brain will, you will not just feel depression, just depressed forever, right? Your brain will try to come up out of that vibration. And so if you really want to stop, you know, experiencing so much sadness, raise your vibration so that when you go low, you know, maybe you fall to content. You know what did you say, Matt? You never feel content? Yep, I never seen low in that, man. I'm telling you, on the worst day, I just be like, it's all right. I love it. Okay, man, we gonna keep it rolling. I love you guys. Thank you so much to everybody who actually put in the question this week. I got like at least 6 more questions than I got last week, and so that's progress. I like that. I love it. I got really interesting, deep perspective questions, and I got some, you know, just more interesting ones like this. Bam! I love this question. I actually don't even think Illusions is in here, but this was a question from my boy Illusions at Illusions Clothing. And he asked, how is the earth 70% water, a spinning ball, but water always finds its level? Okay. And now, obviously this question is worded in a way that I don't particularly know what he's getting at, but I kind of know what he's getting at because it's something me and my brother talk about all the time. We would talk about like wave propagation. If you've ever heard, like, okay, there's something I do, like when there's something unexplainable in the world, I call it wave propagation. I'd be like, waves? Where do they come from? I don't know. How come waves just never stop? How come every single ocean you go to got waves and they're just always there, right? Something about that's miraculous to me. Like that's like God in action as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, how come it don't just stay still? But even more fascinating, me and my brother talk about it, you study it more, how are the waves always going up onto the, like onto the ground like that? You know, and then my thing is, like you said, if I put water in a bowl and I spin it around, or if I just start spinning it in a circle, all the water flows to one way. It doesn't just stay in the middle of the thing all flat. Like, you know what I mean? Like water would just like pull up to one side. So I'm like, if we're spinning like this, all oceans should be pushed up against the wall somewhere. As far as I feel like it should be. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I feel. I'm like, it makes more sense to me. Me and my brother, like, the way it seems right now, that they're like, because they say waves are created by wind. And so me and my brother are like, oh wait, you're trying to say there's like a just gigantic tunnel of wind that just falls into the middle of the ocean and pushes all waves outwards? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But who knows, man? All I know is that we're water, the earth is mostly water, there's something extremely powerful about the energy of water, and so, yeah, fuck with it, baby. But if you're asking me if the earth is flat, I kind of think it might be. And moving right on.
Funny thing, I happened to hear about this on a podcast with Joe Rogan. He was saying that apparently the whole flat earth movement, like in the way that it's understood now, was a 4chan thing. Like 4chan made that up. Oh, apparently 4chan makes up a lot of these things that people get kind of like outraged.
Really sucked up into. Yeah, like kind of like we saw that Harvey Dent thing.
Like, got their finger on the pulse of the internet.
The moon's gravity is why we have waves. Hey, that's what they keep telling me, bro, but how? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? You know, it don't make no sense. Sound like
you use one phenomenon to describe
another phenomenon. Exactly what happens.
What the fuck causes gravity?
They create one phenomenon to explain another phenomenon, and that don't make no sense. They're like, oh, wave propagation, that's because of gravity. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is gravity? And they're like, oh well, it's just magic. Magic, literally. Go read a science book. I know what to tell you. That's what they tell you. They'd be like, go look up the definition of phenomenon. It honestly means we have no fucking clue, but yet they'll call it like fact.
Science.
Yeah, science would be like, this fact. And I'm like, how you gonna call a phenomenon fact when you're just essentially saying you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? That don't make no sense. Anyways, on to our next question. What's your favorite part about being Rodtheplanter? God, that's a really, really good question. That's a really good question, guys. God, that's a really good question. Okay. Damn. Okay, honestly, if I'm being really honest, my favorite part about being this guy is what it does for me personally. You know what I mean? Like, Rodtheplanter is like, me sharing my life philosophy with the world, right? So it really starts with my own philosophy. Like, the things that I come on here and talk about are things that I truly believe, things that I truly put into practice every day and have seen immense results from, you know? Like, smiles on 10, you know, experiences on 10. I've been able to attract amazing people and amazing experiences into my life. And I see other people seem to struggle. Some people seem to struggle. Shit, I struggled for 20 years. I didn't understand the things I understand now. And I just, there's a lot of things that go into that of why I am the way I am, or like why I'm Rodtheplanter. But my favorite part about it is just, like I said, my own, who I am. My own mindset. You know, this mindset that I'm teaching, that mindset is a lifesaver, guys. Like, I don't know how I would make it through every day. I don't know how I would deal with this world if I hadn't instilled the mindset that I have now. And so I love coming out and sharing. I'm like anybody else. I love the attention that comes back from that. You know, I love the satisfaction and the gratification of hearing other people creating immense and amazing accomplishments and progress in their life. That's just fucking, I mean, what else could you ever ask for in life is somebody else say, you know, today I feel really happy because of something you did, or something you said, or some energy you gave out into the world really changed my perspective on life today. I mean, guys, you know, like when you really get down to the core of it, that there is no greater feeling in the world than to be able to give something like that to somebody. But my favorite part, like I said, is just what I personally, the benefits I see from the mindset every day. You know, this, like when I do my daily gratitudes, 90% of my daily gratitudes are characteristics within myself. Like my strength, my persistence, my patience, my happy spirit, my ability to speak well, like all these things like that are in me. And I think that people should be like that. The more you appreciate who you are all you have. But as far as I'm concerned in life, like, you don't got nothing. Nobody's guaranteed you any opportunities. Nobody's even guaranteeing you like you'll have food, water, nothing. The only thing you can truly, truly count on is that you and your body are gonna wake up together tomorrow. Like you and your body gotta do it together. That's the only thing I know, is that my mind, this is it. What's inside here, this is the only thing that I know is fucking attached to me and can never be unattached to me. And so I've spent a majority of my life, focusing on that. How do I strengthen that bond with myself? The one thing that I always have to deal with. You don't always have to deal with shitty people in the world. You don't always have to deal with being broke. You don't always have to deal with traffic. You don't always have to deal with all the problems that we think we have. But you always got to deal with being yourself. You always have to look in the mirror and see yourself. And so work on yourself, appreciate yourself, love that connection that you have with yourself, because in the end, I feel like that's all we really have, That's all we really got. Oh, it's getting serious when the jacket come off. So that's me. That's my favorite thing. I would love to hear some of y'all's favorite things about being your thing. Whatever your thing may be. What do y'all think about the name Rodtheplanter? So funny, I'm pretty sure everybody's gotten used to it by now, so you just kind of say it and you don't think about how weird it might be as a name, but I really pulled that name out of my ass a couple years ago. I was just like, we gotta think about Rodtheplanter, like planting seeds in people's subconscious and shit. And they're like, yeah, fucking let's run with it. And here we are, Rodtheplanter. Now I got chains and shit. Shouldn't be saying that. I got challenges with my name on it. It's dope.
I think many business owners have said, the name doesn't mean shit. It's what you do with your name.
It's what you do with the name. I mean, if you make the name poppin', you make the name
Zazzle. What is Zazzle? Oh, well, shit, now Zazzle's a big ass company.
Google.
Google, yeah.
Bang! Bang! Love the name. Love you too, bro. Thank you so much, man. For real. Yeah, I mean, it fits me because it's like you. You know what I mean? Like anybody, like you, Joshua. Like if you change your name now, if you just you ever meet somebody and their name's Tyler, but then you try and picture them as something else, you're never gonna picture them as anything else once you've kind of created that connection in your mind. So of course it does fit me because that's all y'all know now. It's just I'm Rodtheplanter. Okay, cool. Moving right on. And the next question comes from I Love Me. I don't know if she's in today. I didn't see her come up on the live. No, I don't think she's in here, but still, awesome question. Do you follow astrology? Super full moon in Virgo tomorrow. Powerful shit. Where are my astrology buffs in here? I know I got some crystal lovers in here. We got any astrologists in here? Or people who believe that the stars have the answers to the universe? I used to be Murder Mike, bro. Murder Mike. No, I was thinking about that. It's so funny that you mentioned that. On some weird shit the other day, I was driving and I was just like, man, Mikey Rose, man, that's a cool name, man. He really did good on that name. I don't even remember this motherfucker's last name. I don't even know what his name really is, but Mikey Rose is just a cool name. I don't know where you got that from. He said that's wrong. Okay, so anyways, where are my astrology lovers? Nobody? What about tarot guys? No? What about my Christians? No? Alright, well, whatever. I don't follow astrology personally, no. I'm not really big into the moon, stars, don't really give a shit. I'm really only focused on me and what's going on with me. What's really affecting me right now in this second. And I know a lot of you guys are like, but the moon's affecting you. Maybe, I don't know. But this is one thing I do know. This is the one thing I do know. Is that I've studied a lot of beliefs in my time. Like I said, Christianity, Buddhism, astrology, psychology. I can name a bunch of ologies that are really just a bunch of people believing in one thing. What I do know is whatever we assign meaning to in our life, whatever you as a person give meaning to in your life, it will have meaning. It doesn't matter what it is. I've watched people worship goats. I've watched people worship dirt. I've seen people put God into all kinds of things. I've seen people put God into themselves. I've seen people put God into a lamp. That there's a Star Wars religion. You can honestly just follow the Jedi way. That's a legitimate thing of just following the Force. People believe in the Force is a real thing. Shit, I believe in the Force is a real thing. So my point being is, if you believe in astrology, then I think that is exactly what it is. Extremely powerful shit. It's extreme. If you believe in superstition, if you believe in like voodoo and all that shit, and you think somebody's gonna poke a pin into a doll and it's gonna hurt you, That's all I know. All I know is that if we decide it means something, it means something, regardless of if it means something or not in real life, right? There are people every day who are living their life based on a doctrine of something that they truly believe is going to happen, you know? And that really influences the way they make decisions, influences the way they act, influences the person that they become by whatever belief that they instill in their mind. So, believe in whatever the hell you want to. You know what I mean? Believe in me, believe in astrology, believe in fucking aliens. You know, I don't care. But the one thing I always ask myself really honestly is this really relevant to me right now? You know what I mean? Like, is this gonna help me? You know, like I don't study a lot of history, right? And everybody's like, well, if you don't study history, you're bound to repeat it or something like that. Like, I think lessons are in everything. You know, like if I look around me, I'm gonna learn something. If I'm just in a learning mood, I'm gonna learn something. You don't need to learn specifically from history or the stars or people. Like there's a million different things that you can learn from, and there's a million different things that you can create meaning for. So, like I said, make your God whatever you want it to. If you want to believe it's the sun, then the sun will have dominion over you. And that's either a good thing or a bad thing. I don't really know. I guess it just depends on what the sun's telling you to do. It is always relevant. It's weird. You know, so sometimes, I mean, you know, like I said, like, I really believe in the universe. You know, I believe that there's a God force out there. I really don't like to call it anything in particular. I use the word universe because it feels like a universal word. But I don't know if God is a guy. I don't know if it's a she. I don't know if it's the sun. I don't know if it's just coincidence. I really don't know. But that's my point. I really don't care. So one thing we were just talking about earlier about, like, is the earth flat? Does it really fucking matter? Like, does it matter at all to you and what you're gonna do today if the earth is flat or not? I don't think so. You've been walking straight your whole fucking life, whether it's round or whether it's flat. You still can't jump up off of it, whether it's round or whether it's flat. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. So I don't really bother too much on things that I can't control or things I can't fucking like reason with, you know? So I don't know. The stars are doing their thing. I definitely believe they're in a universal path or flow, the same as I am. And I mean, if you're drawing energy from that, then good, baby. I hope it's positive energy, and I hope that you do something positive with that energy. And as far as I'm concerned, you can get that positive energy from anywhere. Yes. What do y'all think? Y'all having fun right now on the Q&A Monday? Is it good or not? Are you enjoying the questions that people are putting out? I think that they're pretty good questions. I think we're getting a good diverse mix of questions. And we got a lot of people who seem to be interested in what's going on. It makes my imagination better because it's round. I love that. Same thing with crystals. I'm not a big crystal guy. Like, I don't have any crystals. I don't even know what they do. I don't even know. But as far as I can understand, you're supposed to put your own energy into the crystals, and then the crystals just like hold that energy for you. So I mean, like I said, if you're picturing that and like when you hold it and you believe that there's energy in there, you're probably gonna feel it off of there. But if I don't believe that, I'm probably gonna just think it's a rock, right? Nobody's right or wrong, you know what I mean? Everybody believes something different. I believe in a God, universe, whatever you call it, but it's never got, yeah, you know, that's okay. Like I said, that's just okay. I'm not saying I'm right. I don't know. Like I said, I don't play that game. For all I know, Buddhism got it right. Astrology knows what's going on. I don't know who the fuck knows what's going on, but I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me. I know what makes me feel really good and powerful, and I know what makes me feel really weak and like sapped of my energy, you know? So like, I just try and stay with the things that seem the most truth to me. And that's all you can ever do, guys, is just follow your own truth. If it sounds good, it sounds like it makes sense, then it is. Then run with that, and then, you know, do the best you can with it. Okay, another one, moving on. Hey, Illusions, I answered your question earlier, man. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you dropping a question. This next question comes from my girl Allison, Chef Chaos XX. Y'all know her. I don't think she's in the live right now, but she did drop an awesome question. How do we get motivation? Especially just to work out and get healthy again. Looking at my girl Jess over here, she knows all about it. The struggle for workout motivation can be intense. Can really be intense. Honestly, the battle for motivation in general is extremely hard. Extremely hard. Because what you're asking for, guys, it doesn't exist. Right? It's no such thing. You know what humans are motivated by? Anybody? We've talked about it plenty of times on here. but you're really only motivated by a few things. You're as complex as we think we are, and as so cool and fascinating we think we are as creatures, we're really only animals. And as animals, we're really only motivated by a fucking couple things. Sex, food, survival. Anything that has to do with safety and survival, right? So if something's coming to kill you, you will run, you will fight, you will do something to try and protect your life. It's just, you have to. Instinct. Life, number one goal is self-preservation. That's it, right? So you're trying to survive. If you're not trying to survive, you're trying to mate, right? You're trying to perpetuate life. You're trying to keep life going. You're trying to find a mate. You're trying to, wish some girl, whatever it has to do with mating. Or you're trying to, like I said, feed yourself. Make sure that you have shelter and food and water. But it's all based on survival, guys. That's the only motivation there is. So you're like looking for this motivation, like everybody's looking for the motivation to get above the baseline, right? You're like, well, how do I get motivation to do more than what is required for living? Well, that in itself is conditioning, okay? Stick with me here, guys. It's conditioning, okay? So in the moment, I don't go into this like altered state of like like, you know what I mean? Like when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, right? I don't like go into my jar of motivation and pull it out and slap it on my body and then all of a sudden I'm excited to go to the gym, right? It doesn't work that way. What I've done is I've conditioned in my mind, survival is based on going to the gym, right? Like pain, like you can associate pain and pleasure in your mind. We just talked about this, right? You can create beliefs in your mind. You can create beliefs in your mind. And a lot of people have a belief about whatever it is that they think they need motivation about. Something like that I need some kind of motivation to do it, or that I need something external to make me want this or whatever, right? If you truly, truly want it, if you make it so desirable, if you make it really hinged on your existence, like I come out as Rodtheplanter every day because I feel like I just could not live as anything else, right? Like I've established this as so important to me that like, if you're gonna take this away from me, then I just don't even want to do this. I'm not breathing. Like fuck this. You know what I mean? Like I would rather just starve to death, die to death, fight, and just every single day to make this happen as like survival for me rather than anything else. You know, I'm not going to get a job. That's it. I'll end up on the street, a homeless dude as Rodtheplanter before I ever go and just get a 9 to 5 or something. You see what I'm saying? But I've conditioned my mind now to feel different about that. That's the way I feel like. It's like the same thing I was talking to Jess about earlier about so many people get stuck on the goal of working out or stuck on the goal of losing weight. Like the goal, look, if you want to be fit, it's a lifestyle. Like change your mind about the way you think about that. Stop thinking about working out as some like gigantic, it's the only thing. It's the only thing. You don't need motivation. The only problem is like you've hyped it up so much in your head that it's this hard thing to do. And it's like, oh, the gym is so hard on my body. You know, of course you don't have any motivation to do it, right? Nobody wants to do something they don't want to do. It doesn't make any sense. And so you have to really change your thought process and your lifestyle about what you think, right? I go to the gym every day just because it's in line with who I am and what I want. I want to be healthy. I want my body to work right. I do want to look good. I want to be fit. And now I have all these desires, things that I feel are truly going to make me happy attached to the gym. You know, I'm not sitting there going, I'm going to go to the gym, but this is going to be really difficult. This is going to be the I've never worked out before. This is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done, but I'm going to try it. You know, that's what we do though. We hype it up so much in our head and then we wonder why it's so hard for us to find motivation to do it, right? Guys, it's the same thing with anything. If you're not passionate about it, if you don't have any kind of, you haven't instilled a mindset behind that is encouraging to that, you're not going to do it. You know, if you don't find any value in it, you're not going to do it, you know? So that's it. Like I said, most people don't go to the gym because they don't see immediate results. So you need to condition your mind and say, look, it's not about immediate results. It's about daily practice. This is about daily practice. I'm not going to the gym to get muscles right this second. You know, I'm going to the gym because this is my habit. This is what I do. This is who I am, you know? So reconditioning the beliefs behind whatever it is that you're trying to get accomplished, guys, this is why I talk so much about meditation, why I talk so much about mindset, because strategy is easy. You know how many workout plans there are? There's like 1,000. You know how easy it is to lose weight? It's not hard. You know how easy it is to stay in shape, to drink water, to eat vegetables? Like people act like, dude, my kid acts like it physically pains him to eat nasty food. Like literally, if you have a kid, you've seen this. You'd be like, eat this broccoli. And I'm like, nah, just try it. You don't even know yet. Like, you might like it. You might love it. And they'll sit there and act like if that food goes into their mouth, it's going to kill them. They'll be like, if I chew this, I'm going to... You know, it's not going to happen. I tell them all the time, I'll chew it. If it's gross, spit it out. You know, but we create these beliefs behind all the things we're doing. And so even with that question, right, especially just to work out and get healthy again, like I can tell already just from the language that we're using that it seems like that's like a hurdle, like a mountain for you. But every morning I wake up inspired to go. So it's not the gym, right? It's not the working out that is hard. It's the mindset or the belief system that we have behind that. I wake up every day thinking that's easy, that's routine, that's just what I do. You know, nobody complains or nobody needs motivation to breathe. Do you? Nobody needs motivation to just do what you do, right? Nobody needs motivation to do what you do. If you just do what you do and that's you, then that's you. So make that whatever goal you have or whatever thing you're trying to get going, motivation for. If it's, you know, trying to stay consistent or whatever it is. You know, you want the motivation for something. Realize that it's only going to come by reconditioning the beliefs that you have with that thing. Tell yourself it's easy. Tell yourself you want it. Write down all the reasons you want it. You know, that's why we do affirmations and things like that. And we write goals down. It's like so we can see what we're trying to accomplish, what we're going to get from those things if we accomplish, you know. Just real quick, you want to make it easier to go to the gym? Assign pleasure and take away the pain, right? Assign pain to not going to the gym. Really put yourself in pain if you have to. Like punish yourself if you don't go. You know, but then reward yourself if you do, right? But if you associate pleasure with something, you'll get it. You'll go for it. You'll go for it 1,000%. So just condition that to don't think about how hard something is. Think about all the reasons why you want to do it. You know, every day I don't think about how hard it is for me to get it. I think about all the reasons why I have to get it. You know, like I have to be Rodtheplanter. Why? Because, you know, I want to be successful. I want to make a difference. I want to be somebody people look up to. I want to be a leader in my community. You know, I want to be smiling every day. I want to have fun. You know, so I'm always, it's not like hard for me to do this because it's what I want. That's it, baby. It's just a simple mindset. Set shit.
Also, just another quick tip on that. I think a lot of the reasons that people think that it is so hard is because they have such a high barrier of entry. Like if you're like you said, you know, like going to the gym and being healthy. Well, who are you looking at when you're looking at people like that? Like, are you looking at cock diesel motherfuckers that look like crazy? Yeah,
and you feel like it's unattainable.
Yeah, when you go into the gym, you see dudes lifting like 800 pounds on a bench. Like, yeah, that shit looks hard as fuck.
Right.
So if all you do right now is like walk to your car and shit, walk a little bit further. Just like walk to wherever you were gonna drive to.
I love that.
Because then that's easy. You're like, I can walk. I walk all the time. Like blah 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 blah. You know, walking. And then now you're instilling. It's a lower barrier to entry. You know, don't go to the gym to be the biggest guy in the gym. Go to the gym because you're like, dude, I need to fucking walk.
I just need to take one step.
Yeah, even if you're just gonna walk to the gym, just walk to the gym and walk back. Bam, work it out.
It's true. It's true. That's so true, guys. Like you said, that's just another way. Don't hype it up. Don't take it to like, I gotta hit the gym every single fucking day and do 1,000 push-ups, you know. Just go, like we talked about before, just go. Just set an intention to just show up. You know, and that starts to shift the thought process, shift the mindset, right? And then next thing you know, it's easy to show up because you do it every day. And now you start working out, right? Now it's easy to work out because you do it every day, right? It gets easier. And right now it seems like you need a lot of motivation, but you don't. Cool. We moving right along to my girl Beautiful's question. One that I feel like we've talked a couple times about it, but it does always come up because this is just, you know, this constant, baby. This is life right here. Remaining positive in very negative situations. How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we stay positive in very negative situations? Look, we're not talking about somebody cut you off in traffic, okay? I'm talking about like your mom doesn't love you. You know, I'm talking like your dad's trying to kill you or your boyfriend's trying to kill you, right? That's where I'm gonna take it to because we've talked plenty of times on how to just deal with the occasional shoulder rub or whatever, but what if you find yourself in an extremely toxic situation? Okay, let's dive into this right here. Okay, first things first is like, okay, first things first, we gotta start with you, right? You gotta start with yourself, okay? This is the part that people don't like about negative situations coming to them. Something I had a conversation with some people close to me recently. You attracted it. You attracted it, right? Something in ourselves attracts our situation. Maybe even if we didn't bring it into us, we're tolerating it, we're allowing it to be there, right? So you're always in control of your situation, always. I do not care. Listen to me, always. I don't take very hard, firm stances on this is what you do or nothing, but this one I have no problem with. It will always be your responsibility, the situation that you're in, right? I wish I could remember the Will Smith quote. Please put the Will Smith quote in here, right here, and I'll link you to it later. There's gonna be a Will Smith quote in this YouTube, or in the YouTube version of this, where he talks about like the difference between fault and responsibility, and it's so, so powerful. Actually, I think I just remembered it now. It may not be your fault what's happening to you, but if you're involved, it may be your responsibility to fix it. You understand?
Well, like, it is.
Well, yes, but not always true though. So sometimes it's somebody else's responsibility and somebody else's fault. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, it might not be your fault that your dad is an alcoholic, but it is your responsibility to figure out what to do about that and how you're going to handle that situation or what you're going to do to move away from that situation or whatever. You know what I mean? But we have this weird idea that if it's somebody else's fault, it's their response. You're supposed to fix this. You're negative. You need to stop being negative around me. You got to stop. Listen, look, you're never going to get over with that, right? We cannot control our situations. We cannot control the people around us. We can only control ourselves. This is the only thing we control. I'm going to tell you one more time because I just really want everybody to understand. The only thing, the only person, the only thing you control is you. Your own actions, your own thoughts, your own words, what you're going to do about it, right? So when you find yourself faced with a negative situation, you ask yourself, what am I doing? Why am I allowing this negative situation around me? What is it about me that feels like I should be here in this negative situation right now? Right? And maybe that's because you want to help. That's 9 times out of 10 when I ask people, they're like, well, I want to help that person not be so negative anymore, and I want to help, influence them to be positive. Okay, fine. Then do that. Right? Then do that. And what's that mean? That means that you have to bring positivity. You have to be strong enough to not be influenced by the situation. You have to be positive enough to bring positivity to the situation. But if you're being negatively impacted by the situation, are you helping or are you being hurt? Are you doing what you set out to do? If you're being negatively impacted, then you're not bringing the positivity, you're getting the negativity. Right? I take myself into negative situations all the time. But that's because I've conditioned my mind. I'm ready to go. What you got? What kind of problem? What kind of life problems you think you got that I ain't never heard of? What you think? You think you've been through something super traumatic that I've never heard of or never talked to somebody about or dealt with? Not wrong. You know what I mean? I'm ready and I can handle that. You're not gonna make me sad. I'm not gonna go home, you know what I mean? I'm there, but that's because I've conditioned myself to such a high level of positivity that I can do that for people. But some people are just right here. They just barely got positive themselves and now they're trying to turn around and help others. Listen guys, you've heard me say it so many times. You are the energies you spend the most time with. If you're just barely figuring out how to be a positive person and you start trying to hang out. Heroin addicts. Anybody beat a hard drug like that, an addictive drug like that? When you get out of rehab, you can't go back to your old druggy friends and try to talk to them about how you need to get clean. It's not gonna work. You're gonna go back and they're gonna convince you that you need to get back on the needle. And you're gonna be fucking juiced up faster than you can even fuck your head up, make your head spin. And make your head spin out fast to be juiced back up, right? Maybe 10 years, 20 years down the road, after you've been clean and sober for so long and you started your own foundation to help other people get clean and sober, and then your homie comes up to you and is like, man, I still haven't been able to get clean. Then maybe you can spend some time with them and help them. But people are trying to step right out of rehab. I just got positive. I'm feeling good today. Hey man, hey negative mom that made me negative as fuck in the first place. I'm gonna make you positive now. Psych.
She's much stronger in the dark side.
Dark side, right? Right? You know what I mean? That's like Luke just trying to go right up against the Emperor Palpatine right off the get. Like you can't just go for the dark side boss, So, and then listen. So that's my first thing is you gotta first separate yourself from those energies. Get yourself to a place where remaining positive has nothing to do with the situations around you, right? That's how I truly believe. If you want to get to a place where you can help or be in those negative situations and impact them, then you have to get to a place where negative situations don't have an impact on your positivity, right? And that's how I do it. I remain positive, not by, again, same thing with the motivation, not by trying to call on positivity in the moment. My brother has this really great quote that he always throws out. You do not rise to the occasion, you fall to your lowest level of preparation, or your highest level of preparation, excuse me. So again, you do not rise to the occasion, you fall to your highest level of preparation, right? I used to be in the army, right? They don't talk to us about being a soldier and then just throw us out into war and expect that we're gonna just be able to call on all the things that they taught us, right? No, fuck no, they put us in war-like situations over and over and over again, so that when it happens, it's just bang, 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 bang. You don't even think about it. I'm diving, I'm running, I'm ducking, and it's just because that's habit now. Like, you know what I mean? When the shit pops off, they do that. Dude, I had to go through training where I'm like ducking, and there were grenades going, boom, boom. They're shooting tracer rounds over our heads. It's terrifying, man. I'm like, you know, but thank God that they put you in that situation in a training environment. Because you don't want to be trying to figure out how scared you are when war really kicks off, right? When your life is really on the line, you don't want to have to deal with the adrenaline for the first time. Same thing, guys. Like, you don't win the Super Bowl at the Super Bowl. You win the Super Bowl at practice. You won the Super Bowl all year long. But you don't just show up at the Super Bowl and be like, yep, now it's time to turn it on. Here we go. This is, you know, like it's a conditioning thing. So same thing with the motivation. Same thing with the positivity. It's something that you condition in yourself that is so strong, so just a part of who you are, that a negative situation could never affect that. Because you understand that couldn't. You couldn't. You've never been affected by anything outside yourself. Ever. It's really funny, I just thought about this yesterday, or was kind of enlightened to this idea yesterday. I was watching some kind of motivational video, and the guy said, oh, listen to Sadhguru. Sadhguru, we were listening to Sadhguru, and he said, have you ever had a problem that was, what did he say? He said, he's just talking about how like most of our problems are made up, but, oh, okay, the only problem you've ever had is that life is not what you think it's supposed to be. But every single problem that you've ever had in life is because you think it's supposed to be a different way, and it's not that way. You think you're supposed to have more money, and you don't, so now you're sad. You think you were supposed to get to work on time and you showed up late, so now you're mad. You know, you think you were supposed to be more handsome, more pretty, but you're kind of like fat and chubby, and so now you're angry or upset at yourself, right? But really, honestly, our only problem is that right now things are not what we think they're supposed to be or what we want them to be. But life is okay, man. You're okay. You're a positive being. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. Like, there's no negative situation. There's no problem in the outside world that can affect the inside world. Nelson Mandela went to prison for like 20 years and still maintained one of the most positive spirits the world has ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen people being through the most traumatic experiences and turn those into like forces for good. You know, like I've seen people come from the darkest of places to be the most brightest of lights in the world. So trust me, the negative situation has no dominion over your life whatsoever, right? Unless you give it to it. Unless you choose, right? Last caveat to that one, because this is such a good question, but like same thing, right? People don't make you mad. You choose to get mad. People don't make you sad. You choose to get sad at things. The feelings inside of us, they're inside of us. Nobody can reach inside of you and pull a feeling out. You choose through your thoughts or through your meaning that you assign to whatever's happening, or whatever you, like I said, expectations you have, whatever's not being met at that moment, then you release, you give your body permission to get angry. You say, well, hey, do you think, body, this ain't working the way we said it was, get angry, bitch, and then we get the shoe, right, we get the shoe. Fuck it, you know, so trust me guys, can nobody make you do anything? Okay, last question. Last question, we answered one of Skyrain. Oh, it's a little two-parter. So I'm gonna do the more importantly one first, and then the last one. A couple questions from my girl Skyrain. Thank you so much, Nikki, for being so involved in the grind gang, in the show. Everybody who put a question in, everybody who's dropping these amazing comments in the thing right now. I can't wait to go back and read those later. It's difficult for me to read them right now, guys, but trust me, I go back and I read the comments. I read the comments because it's just really cool. I really appreciate that. And anybody who's been going over to the YouTube and dropping
I probably should check it. We might have hit 200 right now.
Oh, we did. We hit 200 today. But man, if you've been going over there and just throwing comments on there too and shit, like, trust me guys, this shit don't go unnoticed and it's so appreciated. That's why I said, shout out a local artist. That shit means something to us. Like, yo, Fetty Wap or Lil so-and-so, they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna see it, but you shout me out, boy, I'm in my room like, hey, look, I'm like showing my friends, Mom, look what this person just said about me. You know, so like, thank you guys so much. What inspired you to start doing the daily grind? Okay, we're talking about daily grind in this iteration because I have been doing a live show for like 2 years now.
Well, we did a live show
for a long time,
right.
And then we quit doing the live show, and now it's back. But what inspired me? I love live, like I love live conversation. I like the pressure of having to like have my words right here. I like the like spontaneity of it. It's just so much my style. You know, when I come on here, I just let it come from a different place. You know, I like channel this stuff and I just let it flow. I don't like structure very much of being like, you know, this. Here on step A, you can see that, you know, and if you turn your attention now to the next, I don't like that shit. So I try to just keep it live, keep it very fun and spontaneous and interesting. Plus we get this feedback. Obviously daily grind is like my main like place to put out this little positive message that I have and just share my wisdom and whatever I've learned, whatever it's called. You know, just share my energy with people. But what really inspired me to start going daily with it, like this time, was I told you guys, I was kind of falling into a rut, kind of getting a little upset, and I knew that I had to do something to really pull myself out of that funk. And like I said, guys, you know, it's about changing your state. You know, you can't just willy-nilly it. So I was like, I know I gotta do something big to just really pull myself out. And so I said, every single day I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna do this live. Just so I know that A, I'm putting something out into the universe every single day. Being productive in some way. Even if I can't do all the other projects I want to do, even if I can't come out and do the best live I could possibly do, I could come on here once a day and just do something, put some words out there, put some energy out there into the universe that makes me more of what I want to be. And so, and I went on that mission of just every single day I want to put that out there, and I don't know what's going to come of it. You know, like I said, like Max said, I don't want to get stuck on a barrier to entry. So many people are like, well, I can't start because I don't have a desk. Or I can't start because I don't have a fancy camera. Or I can't start because I don't have a perfect gym or the perfect whatever. You know, like just get started. You'll get better as you go, right? But just start putting whatever it is that you want to put out into the universe, right? And so that's what the daily grind was all about for me, was just like getting back to being Rodtheplanter. You know, I really started to slack over here in like the fall time. Last summer I was really heavy. But sometimes mod demands a lot of my attention, and like the things that I'm doing with mod demand a lot of my attention, and then Rodtheplanter starts to suffer a little bit. And so you know, that had been happening for a couple months, and I really just wanted people to know, like, Rodtheplanter, this is still a thing, it's going, I'm never gonna give up on it. And so the daily grind, here we are. And the crazy thing is, since I've been doing that, guys, since we've been doing the RTP challenge, like the RTP challenge and the daily grind are kind of attached, and you can see the numbers are going up. You know, like I said, we got YouTube videos going up. You know, like progress is being made, man. Not only just on like people shouting it out, like you're seeing it around more than you did before, you know? And that's just really, really cool. Not trying to toot my own horn. I just think that the RTP challenge could do the same thing for you. You know, if you're putting that kind of positive energy into yourself, into your projects, into other people, you're definitely gonna see results. Last question. I kind of set it up right now. Same one, comes from Skyrain. What's your favorite memory working with Mod? Favorite memory working with Mod's son? Man, this is tough. This is tough. BB Tour, Dallas. BB Tour, last show, BB Tour in Dallas. It was just like a real shining moment for me. Obviously, I jumped around all tour, had a blast following Mod for all of BB Tour. But that last night, all my friends and family were like in the building. Texas is my home. It was like really crazy. I almost got kicked out that night and ended up making my way back into the party. And then so I felt like kind of unstoppable. I was like, that's right, bitch, you can't fucking get off me and touch this. You know what I mean? So I was just feeling cool. And then if you know, it's on my stories right now about how the whole beer can thing went up. And like Mod like punched the beer can on stage, and the beer can flipped all the way off the stage and into the lake. You know, there's like this big lake that surrounded the stage. And Mod doesn't litter, you know what I mean? He's not big into shit like that. And so as soon as it happened, he was like, oh, like we all stopped, like we saw it flip it, we're like, no. You know, and then Mod was like, and I was looking, And I just already knew, I was like, I'm gonna be the one to get this fucking can. You know, like, always look for an opportunity to shine, guys. I really truly believe in that, man. You have so many opportunities, but people are so afraid that they don't stand up to like go for them, you know, to like just take that opportunity. And I was terrified because it was pitch black outside and I couldn't see shit in the lake. My mom all of a sudden, he was like, Rob, go get me that beer can. And I was like, son, I was already gonna go do it. I'm definitely about to go do it now, right? Just because there was an opportunity for me to shine. And the only thing that would have helped me back in that moment was fear. You know, fear of what's gonna happen if I jump it. So I just said, fuck it. Took all my shit, threw my phone to my brother, jumped, and I remember standing on the side of the stage, and I was about to jump into this dark water. The water could have been this deep, guys, and I was like at least 10, 12 feet from the top, like I was up there. And I could have just snapped my legs while I knew I couldn't see shit. But I just something said, fuck it, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, you gotta take risks in life. You gotta be willing to just go out there and go for it. You know, you gotta be willing to take the lumps. If you never do, you'll never see, you know, the reward that comes from those things. So I did. I just jumped and started swimming real fast, grabbed the can, came back up. I was like, you know, like, I was like, oh my God, because they didn't think I was actually gonna jump. So like, when as soon as you just, and everybody's just kind of like waiting, like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden I swam back up, climbed back up the banister, and everybody's like, yeah! Oh, and it was the coolest feeling, man. And just come back, and Mod was like super, he was like, I fucking love you, man. You're my brother for life. Like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen. And everybody was just really impressed by the situation. I was, and I just felt really cool, like a champion. And that's definitely been like one of the best experiences I've had, you know, fucking with the kid. Of course, there's plenty, you know, there's like 1,000 I can name, but that was definitely one that was like really like resonates with me. Not just because of like how cool Mod was, but just having that opportunity to like be a badass in front of so many people was just kind of cool, man. I really do. I revel in that kind of stuff. I like to show out, you know. I don't like to be egotistical. I'm not really big on like, because anybody could have jumped off of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I did anything special, but I do like to be, I don't know, I like to stand out. I like to stand out, and I did that night. That was cool. Hey, that's it. That was kind of long. I might have to start like wrapping, like, I mean, now that we're getting so many questions, I might have to just like narrow it down to like 5 or 6 questions Monday or something. But if you came in, you dropped amazing comments. I heard y'all were having some amazing conversations in here that I can't wait to read. Yeah, the video of me jumping in the lake is absolutely legendary. I think it's so funny. I gotta find that, dig that up somewhere. Either way, I love you guys so much. I'll be back tomorrow, of course. We're gonna talk about some very interesting topics tomorrow that I don't know what they are yet. But I'm pretty sure they'll be fucking fascinating. And I'll see you there. And just make sure you show somebody some love today. Show some love to yourself. And you know, I'll see you next time. Thank you.